Hello everyone and welcome back to NotesNaka. In this video, I will give you an overview of BTech CSC and which subjects you will learn while pursuing BTech in Computer Science and Engineering. So, let's get started. In the first year, you will be studying a basic overview of all the branches in engineering. So, you will be studying BEEE, that is Basic Electrical and Electronics Engineering, BME, that is Basic Mechanical Engineering, C Programming, which is the gateway to Computer Engineering, Engineering Chemistry, Civil Engineering, Communication and Speaking Skills, Engineering Drawing, Environment Science, Engineering Mathematics 1 and 2, and Physics, and then Solid Mechanics, which will come in handy in civil engineering. Now moving on to the second year. In the second year, the third semester, you will be learning the basics of computer science, starting with discrete structures, data structures, digital electronics, data communication, that is the physical layer of computer networks, principle of programming languages, how they arrived, what is their history, and how object-oriented concepts come into play. Then linear algebra and numerical methods. In this, the main concentration will be on matrices and solving equations. Then there will be a lab for data structures in which you will implement all the data structures from scratch. Then a digital electronics lab in which you can experiment with different gates, AND gate, OR gate, NOR gate, NAND gate, as well as create circuits with clocks. Then there is the principles of programming languages lab. In this lab, you will be covering OOPS concepts, that is object-oriented programming, using C++. And then there is Python and VHDL lab. In this, it will be practical oriented and you will learn how to code in both of these languages. Now moving on to the fourth semester of second year. In this, you will start off by studying probability and queuing theory and ending with Markov chains and Markov model, and then computer architecture, which is the basis of the modern computer, theory of computation, which starts off by theoretical machines and ends with the most in-depth machines, as well as the Turing machine. And then database and management systems. In this, you will know what a table really represents and how you can use queries to retrieve data present in very large tables. Then you will also learn analysis and design of algorithms. This will build on the data structure knowledge you gathered in the last semester. And then you will be learning software engineering, the software development life cycle, and how and which stages are used to create software in with proper testing and taking inputs from the clients. Then you will have database management system labs. In this, you will go over SQL queries, and in my lab I went over MySQL and how to create tables and retrieve data from them. And then you will have analysis and design of algorithms lab. In this, you will code algorithms starting with simple search algorithms like quicksort and ending with Prim's and Kruskal's algorithm. In software engineering lab, you will be asked to develop a project and as well as create user models. Then we have Java and PHP lab. In Java, you will learn the Java programming language from scratch, and in PHP lab, you will be asked to develop a website till the end of the semester using PHP, MySQL, HTML and CSS. Now moving on to the third year, that is the fifth semester. So the 5th semester will start off with compiler design, that is the design of the compiler which parses the code we write. Then operating systems, this we all know very well, but we'll go into in-depth explanation and learn how the operating system takes in user input and performs these instructions in depth. Then we will learn about microprocessor, and this microprocessor is common with both ECE, that is electronics and communication, and EE, that is electrical engineering. Then if you are interested in data science, you can opt it as well. In data science, you will start with what is data, what is big data, and how do we think of handling data, and then move on to machine learning and see the applications as well. Then another elective will be cryptography. In this, I will learn how encryption and decryption works and how keys can be used to protect your data. Now, another elective you can opt is computer graphics. And now moving on to the labs. You will have compiler design lab, in which you will have to create a parser, and then in microprocessor lab you will be coding on the microprocessor directly, and then in operating systems lab you will learn about threads and how the operating system works by coding. And then you have Android and MATLAB. In Android, you will be asked to develop an app using Android Studio, and then in MATLAB, you will learn genetic algorithms and other algorithms which are already implemented in MATLAB to solve general problems. Then the minor project. In this project, you will have to develop a project good enough to become a research paper from scratch, or you can just copy it off the internet. It depends on your mentor. Now the 6th semester. In the 6th semester you will learn computer networks. This is the basis of the internet. And then data warehousing and mining. This is where you will learn how the internet stores data and how it is retrieved, and how we can use data for various applications. Then there is artificial intelligence, and you will learn how machines learn and what really you mean by artificial intelligence, and also how to find a way in a maze. Now advanced data structures. Remember the data structure course in the 3rd semester? This will build on that, and using algorithms as well, you will now be able to make data structures which are specifically designed for a certain purpose. Now moving on to digital image processing. In this you will learn about boundary extraction and how to process colored images and so on. Now for electives you will have Unix internals and shell programming. In this you will learn Unix and learn what is Unix, theory, as well as the commands and how to use them efficiently. In information theory and coding, this builds on cryptography, and you will learn more about Huffman coding in it. Now moving on to the labs, you will have computer networks lab, and in the computer networks lab you will be using Cisco Pocket Tracer, and then you will have data warehousing and mining lab, and then there is Hadoop and CUDA. Now moving on to the 4th year. In 4th year you can see subjects like TCP/IP and web technology. This builds on the computer networks you studied last semester. Then you have network security, web search and mining, ethical hacking, and computer vision. In lab, you will have TCP/IP and web technology lab, and you will again use Cisco Pocket Tracer and Nmap as well. Then there is the major project, internship and industrial training, and seminar. Now moving on to the different electives present in the fourth year. So you can also opt out different electives if your college provides them. So you have software testing, cloud computing, distributed computing, pattern recognition, randomized algorithms, natural language processing, mobile computing, quantum computing, sensor networks, big data technologies, soft computing, Internet of Things, graph theory, optimization techniques, cybercrime and information warfare, wireless networking, neural networks, biometrics, and machine learning. So this is all, and thank you for watching.